to his music.
I vibe to your music too.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Wave sounds really cool. We were talking, before the show started about you're planning an EP. Tell us about the song Wave, the EP you're planning, and like where your music has progressed over the past couple of years.
Man, Wave is actually a funny story because coming up as an entertainer, you know how we all have our 9-to-5s, and I actually do Lyft. I drive for Lyft.
Oh wow!
And I was driving this girl, and she you don't usually have conversations with them, but then she was talking about how she's not from here. She came here to sing. She just started. I was like, oh really? Okay. I was like, what do you go by? And then I end up later looking her up, and I loved what I heard, and followed her on Instagram, and I hit her up and I said, oh man, I definitely love your voice and all this. And she kind of got mad at me because I didn't tell her what I did. Oh. And I was like, I don't like telling people what I do. And I had an idea for a song, but I didn't know how I wanted to take it. And I knew where I wanted the music to go, but I didn't know where I wanted the writing to go. I wanted to take lead with the chorus. And I ended up reaching out to her, and it was one of the first hooks she ever wrote. And she sent it back to me, and I fell in love with it. And I was like, well, you just determined my entire project as far as a standing point for it. And it's just really weird how everything kind of worked.
Unbelievable from
Lyft. Just from one Lyft ride.
Wow. I mean, it's crazy how it can be a big networking tool. People don't realize how big of a tool it is. Uber, Lyft, and stuff. I've met a ton of interesting people.
Oh yeah.
That are either drivers or when you do Uber pool.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, and then you just meet a ton of great people. So that's an awesome story.
Yeah, man. Well, Uber pool is definitely hilarious because especially when people are drunk and I didn't choose this on purpose, and then you have the one that's really talkative, and you have the one person who's just leave me alone.
I have to be a little drunk to get in the pool. Otherwise,
you haven't had any nightmare stories of driving, have you?
Nah, nothing too crazy.
Okay.
Uncomfortable maybe, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dan.
Oh no. Well, I was gonna say I know for your music, you've said that you in particular enjoy hip hop more because you don't think that you're a good singer. Is that correct?
I mean, it's with my sister, she was always predominantly the singer.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, I don't sing like you, so I'm gonna leave that up to you. But I can write. I was like, I can write, and I kind of started off writing, and then after that, it was just. It was poetry, writing songs, and I was like, you know what, let me actually add my voice to it, and I didn't really know. It was more like I was just messing around. I didn't realize it was gonna translate to this.
Well, and your sister, by the way, Jasmine V, Jasmine V.
Yeah.
And when we were talking before, I was asking you, how it all started because you guys grew up in the Bay Area in San Jose, and you were saying you spent a lot of time in the car with your sister because you guys would drive down here for auditions.
Yeah. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Whoa. How long was that drive?
Tell us the story.
It's about 5 hours, but it's Jazz started off in doing pageants, and then talent managers reached out to her and wanted her to come out try out for stuff, and I'm of course I'm tagging along. I get to miss school, and
nice.
So I'm tagging along, and Jazz starts getting print work, and she starts booking some stuff, and I'm just there, and then next thing you know, I'm doing things I didn't even know. Now I'm not in school at all.
Okay.
And, so it was one of those things where we were constantly driving back and forth. We'd go on audition, we'd be driving. We're on our last hour of the 5-hour drive, and we get a call back, so we'd have to make a U-turn to come back.
Oh wow.
And so a lot of times. Spent sleeping in the car, and then eventually moved on to hotels, and then we're like, we just need to just live here. It's this drive is just learning.
You guys have a great relationship.
Oh yeah, that's my best friend.
Aww.
Yeah. That's really nice.
Do you babysit for her?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Well, she has a baby for those people don't know. I don't think I'm just randomly asking questions about babysitting. So you're good, Uncle.
Is there also a babysitter?
Well, we had her on the show, and I was telling him that her clip got a lot of views on YouTube because she was discussing the reaction from Justin Bieber.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people are hating on her because of the whole Justin Bieber connection. Do you get any backlash from that as well?
No, actually,
He's steered clear.
I don't. I mean, I kind of, we're as much as me and my sister are together, most of the time we're separate.
Okay.
As far as what she does and what I do.
Right.
So when we come together, it's a beautiful thing.
Oh,
so
cool.
tell us a little bit about your new single, Wave, and the music video that I thought. I mean, the music video, the song itself with Lucy. What is her name?
Lucy Jazz.
Jazz.
Yeah.
The girl that he met on the lift car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the hit that's becoming now on the internet, because I mean, you have it in SoundCloud, you have it in Spotify as well. right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's yeah, you know, so.
So what's the song about, like the writing and everything?
So it's routing, and you know, once I connected with her, and once she kind of gave the topic of like, you know, pretty much about being in a relationship where you let so many outside voices get involved and mess with your head, and you're not able to form your own opinion and know what you want, because there's so many voices. Your friends will be like, oh, he's bad for you, you know. And it started as that, and then you know, I loved, when I write songs, I love to look around me and kind of see like what's going on, and like what could I talk about, or where can I draw inspiration from if not my own life. And I actually drew a lot of inspiration from my little brother and his girlfriend. They're 18.
Wait, so how many of you? How many are in the family? How many siblings? There's a third one too?
Yeah, we have a little brother.
Okay.
And yeah, so he has a little girlfriend. You know, it's young love.
Okay.
But it's especially living in today, you know, with social media, like high school's so different. You know,
Right.
people bully different. People, you know, people have more things to say. And,
Yeah.
And I was just, you know, it was one day where they, you know, they were kind of frustrated, and I look at it, I was like, you know what, I just got this song sent to me where I have to talk about this, and I just watched them like deal with it and how they fixed it, and I was like, you know, maybe I need to take from there.
Okay.
Because I feel like today, in today's world, you know, I would have handled things differently back then, but
Yeah.
it wasn't.
It's like now you can hide behind your screen and say a lot more, whereas before it's like you were saying less, but also you were up front and like, yo, this is how I feel.
It was, like,
so
for
now
me, it was
everyone's hiding.
MySpace, like, you know, and half the time it was still internet bullying, like, but nobody ever said anything in person.
But it was more up front, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but now it's like they're hiding their faces, and they have so much to say.
Yeah, and then they
you
can
have
just block you.
A great relationship with Jasmine, and then your brother inspires you for writing.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is awesome
definitely.
stuff.
Awesome.
Family affair.
Yeah, totally.
Where can people find you know, more information about you and the music that you're doing?
You can find me on Instagram. It's via Jream.
Okay.
And then on Twitter, Jream_Andrew. And my music, you can go on my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/via13.